Okay, brand new ski just came in the shop. First thing we're gonna do, strap up the bindings. Check your bindings, make sure they're tight. We're all tight. Look over the binding, make sure there's no big chunk out of it. I've seen kids take chunks out of these things and not even know. Show up to the race and you need a top 4 guy and he's going down with no ski. Then we check the base angle. Once your base angle's set, you should never have to touch it the rest of the year. Just keep an eye on it. To do that, take my straight edge. I'm doing 2 things with the straight edge. I'm checking base angle and flatness of the ski. And I just rock that up because I know in my shop, if I go on this corner, I can see light. And right now I know we have a base angle. When we get to the end, I'll show you. And it's pretty darn flat. Like right there is a good visual. Can you guys see how the angles go down? And it's pretty flat. So we're pretty good. But I'll do the base angle. I'm not gonna cut nothing because I already did. Beast. 1/2 degree. Always tip to tail. You see it looks like I'm going backwards, but I'm lifting. I filed a lot of parts. Oops.
What do you use for files? Are you a Swix guy?
Swix. I use Swix. I do have some from work, but these work better. They're chrome. Harder. Like this, you can see the difference from a chrome file to a standard file. Now, how many files do you guys have that just don't cut no more? People struggling with?
A lot of new files, so I order a couple every year. We probably have too many of them, because not enough diamond files.
Yep.
Kids always change.
I use steel to get the chips out. Yep. Because the steel's softer than your chrome. Okay, base angle is set. We are flat. Now we're gonna do edge angle. A lot of times people don't know what they have for an angle. That's where them Swix 90 degree or angle plates come in handy. I take this is 88 degrees. 2 degrees, and I hold that on there. And now I know this one's already sharpened to a 2 degree. 2 degree. Whoever did this ski, good work. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put an angle on. I like to run 2 clamps. I see people not use clamps. I see people use 1 clamp. I like 2 clamps. Works great for me. Then nice, easy. Sometimes, see how it's just rolling that burr off? See kids out there, ugh. I'm like, if I'm working that hard, they make grinders. Well, sometimes you'll get a hard spot in these, like if they hit a rock, and then you're in trouble. Then you're in there filing for a while in one spot.
Ran the diamond stone over it?
Yep, use the diamond stone. Paintbrush.
Yeah, just a paintbrush just for your file.
Yep. I use it kind of for everything. Doesn't really get much into it.
Now, another question for you. You started sharpening right away.
Correct.
You don't just flash,
Nope.
file without
Nope.
the wax
I'll,
on it.
nope. I'll show you what I do. I'll do a hot strip. There. Now usually that's where everybody stops, and that feels pretty sharp, right? It's sharp. That's how I used to do it. That's how I'd run, and I was happy. Good to go. But now, come take a close look at this. Not so much burr, but look how kind of, it's sharp, but it's not really shiny. And then I don't need to because I could see the color difference from me going across it. I could see the new shavings versus the old, so I didn't need to. This is where these come in. These, I get about 1 season out of these, if I'm lucky. I'll show you in a minute, because I clean before every stone, so I'm not contaminating my stone. That's what I don't like about the tub. You'd have to have 3 tubs. See now, this is 50% water, 50% alcohol. If this is straight alcohol, this thing would be ghost white when it's done. It'll be a little white, but it's not deep into the base, pulling everything out. So that's why it's gotta be 50-50. Straight, not good. If you want to strip it, yeah, straight.
Doing everything done.
Yeah. Yep. So what I do, wet the edge, wet my stone. Now listen to this. You'll hear the grit difference. Hear that grit difference? Just. Now you hear as I go through the other stones. Yes, this is the coarse one. Then I take a rag and I run down it, wipe that off. Now look at it starting to shine up already. Then wipe it off, get it wet, wet your stone. Now we're into the medium. See how much quieter it is? Now we're into the polishing stage. Now to the fine. Yep. And I'm not even hanging on to this thing hard.
Yeah, the kids don't listen to this crap. They push on them hard. I think they, you know.
Then we do a
Sure we plant some building.
final white and inspect. Now look how shiny that thing is.
Yeah.
Look how sharp it is. No burr on the bottom, no burr on top.
They had 2
Now
sets.
you can see with the rubbing alcohol and
Yeah,
water.
it didn't take hardly any out of it at all.
Yep, looks beautiful.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. I mean, nobody ever said anything because he said some stripping the base of it. He's like, oh no, it's 50-50. I'm like, that makes sense.
The other thing, when you run your file, I run it at an angle.
Yeah.
Where everybody, you see them putting them in straight and stuff. At an angle, it'll cut freer. There, now we inspect. Them are polished, look like chrome, they're razor sharp. Beautiful. So, now we're sharp. Now, we have slight, maybe a little bit of filings in it. We're gonna remove them with a hot scrape. First thing I do is I take my brass brush, hand brush, I don't even use the roto. And I just go down it. Now look at all that stuff that you could see in there,
Yeah.
it's already out. But I wanna get rid of the stuff that we can't see. Now I get this cheap, it's called Demon Wax. $24 for this whole block and it's like this long. It's great, it smells amazing. It does. You'll smell it when I start waxing it.
That's from Swix?
No, this is just from Amazon, California. Yep, I love it. It actually works really good.
You're just doing a hot scrape.
Yep, look how it's like water going down there. I mean, that's just like, yep. I use it for a storage wax. I mean, it melts quick. Then you grab the scraper. Look at all this stuff coming out. That's all crap in your structure.
You're not worried about pulling wax out that's deeper down?
Nope. We're gonna layer this up. We're actually not going to polish this off because we're gonna give this coat of wax something for the other wax to bind to. We're giving it like almost like a primer. Giving it something to grab a hold of and leave it in there. And I go until I can really start seeing the structure. I want it all off the top of the structure.
And they don't have structure tools for the base either. Actually, Mike Wagner, Swix rep from Michigan, he uses a file It's got the straighted tips up on the edge. Just pulls right.
Okay. Now we're gonna go with the 7. That'll be perfect for Tuesday, unless you would like to go colder for later in the week. I got HS7, HS6. 7? 7 it is. Now, you can see the structure. Got something to bite onto. Give it a quick brush. Pull a little. Nope, this is just a simple nylon. No, I don't want to put it back in.
So you're not worried about like the specific temperature for that wax?
I am with this one. That one I'm
Okay,
not.
I didn't see it change.
Yeah, I switched. That was the scrape wax, and this is the HS7.
Oh, it's melting fast.
The first pass I go over, I'm not worried. I can still see where the drips were, where the angles, you know, everything was. Just getting it flat. And I never get down into that tip protector because that's a pain in the butt to get wax out of. If you're skiing on that, you have a problem.
Used to?
Yep.
You got us a problem.
The hardest part to heat up is always underfoot. You have more mass there.
We got a hot heater.
Now I'm feeling the bottom. Seeing how hot it is. Now I'll decide if I can take another pass or not. If that thing's scorching hot, you got it too hot, stop.
You know,
Don't go
so
anymore.
Like, total 4 to 6 inches behind the iron. It ought to be cool.
Now we're gonna let it sit. While this one's sitting, we'll work on the other one. Yeah, that green's brutal. It's just a, if we're running the green, like Tim was talking about, I'll go here.
Harder the wax, harder the bristles.
Yep.
Straight away.
Right now, I would go to it. Yep. That will get, then it'll open up all that structure.
You ever use a cork?
You're ready to go fast?